It's impossible to ignore the storm brewing beneath the surface of venture capital. For years, founders have been squeezed into templates, investors have been shackled by outdated models, and innovation has been hijacked by comfort zones and mediocrity masquerading as safety. This isn't just a shift, it's a reckoning. A wildfire consuming the old promises and leaving a raw, burning truth in its wake. The venture capital game, as you know it, is dying. Let's talk real. For founders, this means endless meetings that drain your soul but get you nowhere. Fundraising rounds that feel like climbing a mountain only to be pushed right back down. And the gnawing fear that your big idea might never see the light of day because the system is biased against the rare, the exceptional, the disruptive. It's painful, it's exhausting, it's crushing the very spirit of entrepreneurship. Investors, you're not safe either. You're watching capital shrink, margins tighten, and deal flow slow down as the old guard sticks to tired formulas. The market demands more than just writing checks. It demands clarity, boldness, and connection. But instead, you're stuck with noise, superficial excitement, and fights over scraps because the infrastructure supporting true innovation has rotted at the core. The frustration is real. You want to back the next big thing. You want to build legacies. But you're getting stuck in a web of dated values and systems that no longer serve the wild possibilities you're hunting for. Lurking behind all of this is a bigger crisis, a spiritual starvation eating away at every player in this ecosystem. Systems that once promised freedom have become prisons disguised with rules and regulations, comfort zones that kill fire rather than fuel it. The game tells you to play safe, to conform, to commoditize creativity. But what if the real freedom lies beyond the game? What if your greatest power, the power to redefine, to transform, to create worlds anew, is buried under conventions that you never agreed to? Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say out loud. Venture capital isn't broken because of markets or money. It's broken because it's been stripped of its soul. It's become a machine that processes people, not a movement that unleashes individuals. The ones who have the most radical world-changing ideas, they're isolated, misaligned, starving for connection that goes deeper than just capital. The infrastructure for the exceptional simply doesn't exist. And until it does, the cycle of disappointment will keep spinning, leaving fires unlit and futures unlived. But this is also a moment bursting with possibility. The death of the old VC isn't the end. It's the birth of something far more alive, fierce in its freedom. Imagine an ecosystem where founders don't just hustle through scripted pitches, but are seen, understood, and valued for their unique brilliance. Imagine investors who don't just chase safe bets, but align themselves with those who burn with purpose and defy the status quo. Imagine a network not of many, but of the few who dare, the few who question everything, who refuse to settle, who embody transformation rather than imitation. This isn't a utopia, it's a call to arms, to break free from chains disguised as rules. To build relationships rooted not in convenience or chance, but in deliberate, ruthless alignment. To connect, collaborate, and create in ways the old system never allowed. Because progress doesn't come from playing it safe at the center. It comes from the edges, from those wild sparks of individuality who reject comfort, reject consensus, and dare to become more. Here's what most people miss. The power is in the network you build around your fire. It's not about collecting followers or making yourself visible to everyone. It's about cultivating a network of fiercely complementary allies who challenge your assumptions, push your vision further, and hold you accountable to the highest version of yourself. This is a different kind of game, one where selectivity, patience, and alignment are your greatest weapons. For founders, this means being ruthless about who you let into your world. Not every investor is your partner. Find those who challenge your limits, who believe not in the comfortable, but in the radical transformation of what's possible. Develop relationships that go beyond term sheets, relationships that forge you into the founder you need to become. It means shedding the borrowed life of playing by outdated rules and embracing the uncertainty of your own path with relentless courage. For investors, it means looking beyond the metrics and gold rush crowds. It means finding those rare signals in the noise, the founders who don't just want to succeed, but want to redefine success entirely. It means becoming a builder of worlds, not just a financer of ideas. Focus on deep, qualitative connections rather than chasing scale or hype. The greatest returns come from investing in humanity, the fire, the drive, the exceptional mindset that refuses to conform. Every second you waste stuck in the old dance, squabbling over scraps or chasing hollow victories, is a second lost in the wider war for what innovation really means. The old VC model promised freedom, but delivered control. It promised opportunity, but rewarded mediocrity. It promised growth, but enforced conformity. This is not failure, it's a signal. The system is breaking down because it was never built for the rare and the exceptional. It was built for mass production, for averages, for the easily understood. But there's no average in creation. There's no one-size-fits-all in innovation. Your ideas, your vision, your fire, they are unique, unruly, and unstoppable. What's missing is not capital. It's a new kind of infrastructure that honors difference, that fuels the exceptional, that creates space for the misunderstood to find each other and build futures no one has dared to imagine. You're not alone in feeling this tension inside you, the quiet itch that says, there has to be more, the discomfort with settling, the hunger for a space where you're not just another pitch, another check, another statistic. That space exists. It's being built by those who refuse to wait for permission, who refuse to bow to comfort, who reject laziness disguised as wisdom. This is a movement of the few who burn, a network built not on sameness, but on complementarity, not on convenience, but on intensity, focus, and relentless authenticity. You are not here to fit in. You are here to break out, to break free, to ignite fires in others, and burn brightest yourself. If the old world is dying, the new world is waiting, hungry, raw, and real. It's a world where founders and investors collaborate fiercely, not superficially, where transformation is the norm and patience is the strategy, where you don't chase applause but sculpt mastery, where your will becomes your weapon, your network, your fortress. This isn't a promise made lightly. This is a call to those who refuse to live a borrowed life, who are done waiting for permission, who would rather burn than bend. You don't have to be a prisoner of the dying old venture capital system any longer. You can be part of the few who create what's next. The future isn't just a place in time. It's a space built by the choices you make right now. So ask yourself, are you ready to stop playing by the rules meant to cage you? Are you ready to connect with those rare few who don't just blaze trails but light up entire galaxies? Are you willing to burn with purpose, to fight through the noise, and claim the freedom that's waiting beyond the illusion? Because the death of venture capital as you know it is not the end. It's the clearing of a path for the rebels, the visionaries, the builders who refuse to be defined by walls others put around them. The fire that burns inside you is the signal. The time is now to break free, to align with the few who ignite that same fire, and to redefine what it means to build, to invest, and to create. This is not for everyone. It is for those who feel that silence inside them, the call beyond comfort, beyond conformity, beyond anything they've been told they can be. If that fire is real in you, then don't just watch the world change. Be the one who breaks it open, who reshapes the future with every bold step, every radical connection, every relentless belief in your own becoming. The death of old venture capital is already here. The future belongs to those who dare to defy it. Step into that future. Claim your power. The world is waiting.